guys, welcome to the channel. I pray that you're blessed and that everyone around you is blessed as well. I'm Tina from Tina Wonderfully Made. If you are new, welcome to the Wonderfully Made family where we talk faith, family, and fiction. Don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're returning, welcome back.
Welcome to Tina Wonderfully Made.
So, if you watched my last video, you know that I had picked up two books from two bookstores from Mackinac Island, Michigan. And today is just a full-on book haul because your girl has been book shopping. And I shouldn't be. So what I'm going to do, and you're going to hold me accountable, okay? That's why we're family. You're going to tell me, girl, put the book down. You don't need it. You can wait. I'm going to put myself on a book buying ban until my birthday. My birthday is November 24th, so we're going to see if I can hold out that long. And I feel like I need to because I have way too many books. My husband was like, you don't need any more. You have enough books to read for the next 3 years. Probably longer. So I'm going to show you what we got. I did stop at a Little Free Library today. I dropped off some books because the Little Free Library that's near where I am, homegirl, she does her thing with that Little Free Library. And she always posts on her Instagram like all the updates and new books that are in there and stuff. And so there was a few that I wanted to get. So I was like, I had some books that I wanted to drop off anyway. And then I had like one off of my shelf that I pulled at last minute and was like, this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna show you those, and then I'll show you the books that I've gotten the last week or two. So the first one that I'm going to show you are the Little Free Library books. I have not read anything from any of these authors. So all these are new to me. And I feel like everyone has read or has heard of Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I have heard some great things about these books. I believe they're YA. Yeah, ages 12 and up. So I've heard they're really cute. I'm going to check it out if I like them. Or if it's not like too much craziness, I'll probably hand it to my pastor's daughter, who's a young reader as well. But I wanted to read it first just to make sure it's legit, because I believe she is 12, I think. And then the next, this one I had it in hardcover, but I wanted the paperback before I read it, and there's a stupid sticker on there I'm peeling off or trying to, but it's Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. Actually, you know what? No, I did read Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris, but I'm starting to like grab some more books by this author, and Behind Closed Doors was pretty good. So that's why I'm like, okay, girl, you're doing your thing with the thrillers. So this one looks pretty cool. Like I said, I did have it in hardcover, but I wanted the paperback, and I seen she had it in her Little Free Library, and I got it and covered up the sticker. Now these two, this one I have heard that this author does like fade to black or closed door romance, and I wanted to check out what it's all about. And so this one is called The Temporary Roomie by Sarah Adams. Like I said, I've heard that she writes closed door / fade to black cutesy romances. I love how floppy this book is too. But this one was in there. And then this one I've had on my wish list for a long time. Sucks that it has a Target sticker book club thingy that you can't take off, but there is a 20% off sticker on there too that I'm going to start peeling off. Target, get it together. But anyways, I've had this one on my wish list for a while, and I'm so glad that she had it in that Little Free Library, and it's The Last Love Note by Emma Gray. I have heard amazing things about this too. 2 years after losing her husband, Cameron, Kate is a bit of a mess. Lurching from one comedic crisis to the next, she does her best to navigate work, friendship, and parenting a 5-year-old with Cam's support. I'm guessing like spouse, I don't know. When a flight diversion on a business trip unexpectedly leaves her stranded in a beach town in Australia, Kate finally has a chance to process her grief. Can she let go of the love of her life and risk her heart a second time? The last love note will make readers laugh, cry, and renew their faith in the resilience of a human heart. Recognizing that while you may never stop loving the one you lost, you can always find love again. Okay, I already want to cry. But it kind of sounds like The Last Letter almost. Or, oh, what was that one? Where is it? Oh, One True Loves. So it's kind of sounds like that. So, yeah. Huh. I think my daughter has a package out there. But anyways, sidetracked. Now, these two books I ordered off of Pango Books. I do have a Pango Books account. All the info is in the description. I do also have a discount code. Once you sign up, go check that out. I do have books on my Pango shelf, so just check it out. I'm going to start adding some more here and there, but yeah. Anyways, these are the first two books that I ordered from Pango Books ever. The first one, because I'm starting to get some more books by this author, and this one's called In Search of a Prince, and this is by Toni Shiloh. She is a Christian author, but it's a clean romance, and this is just beautiful. Just the most beautiful cover. Look at that. Just beautiful. Anyways, so I got this one. I believe it was like $3 or $4. I don't know. And then I just recently got this one in the mail too. I ordered it last week and heard nothing but great things about this as well. And this is also like a faith-based book, but I've heard like so many people talk about this. Anyways, it's called Bitter and Sweet by Rhonda McKnight. And I believe she has another book that is either just coming out or is about to come out. And I want to say she has a second book. So this is the first one. I think there's a second one, and then the third one is coming out. I could be totally wrong, but I know there's another one that goes with this author. Anyways, I don't think they're like connected or anything, but yeah. So this one's talking about the sisters Mariah and Sabrina. They both assume their ailing grandfather's health has gotten worse. Neither expects their grandmother's undeniable request save the family restaurant. Mariah is at a crossroad in her life after being dumped by her husband and forced to walk away from their diner that she helped rescue from bankruptcy. Bitter feelings consume her even though the restaurant has been in the family for 86 years. Giving her all to another struggling business isn't something she wants to do. And so it like talks about the sisters and their issues and stuff. Heard great things about this book. Now, let me show you what I got. Now, let me start with actually, yeah, let's do this one first. So, there is one book that I got at a thrift store, and since I'm reading a T.I. Lowell book right now called Under the Magnolias, and I'm actually really liking it, and I feel like reading the reviews from her other books, it sounds like that's how she writes, and I absolutely love it. So I found this one at a thrift store yesterday for $1, and it's called South of Somewhere, and it just sounds really good. So it's talking about a woman that's going through some addiction, and she ends up losing her child. So her brother, I believe, is taking care of the kid, and in order to get her kid back, she has to prove like she's getting her life back together. And so that just sounds good to me. I don't know. But these I did pick up at Schuler Books, independent bookstore. And this is the one that I do some ambassador worked for. It's a local, well, it's like a Michigan indie bookstore because there's a few in different locations. But while I was there, because I had to go pick up some books that they were giving me, I was like, let me browse the used section. Their used section was on point yesterday. So I ended up finding, and I read this one probably like 2 years ago. I got the art for this and really loved it. I think I gave it 5 stars. I've read like, I think 3 of this author's books. This one was just so good, so good, so good. And this was called When We Were Widows by Annette Chavez Macias. I loved this book. And so it says, since her husband's death 6 months ago, Jessica Diaz Taylor seems to be taking her grief in stride. Then an angry outburst at work shatters the illusion. Her mandated support group counseling doesn't help much. Jessica has always kept her feelings close, so even when an unlikely friendship blossoms with the group's facilitator, she still has reasons for holding back. She's just not ready to share. Anna Diaz has been widowed for 5 years and continues to live her life exactly as she did with her late husband. When her house floods, she's forced to shake things up. Although it was never part of her plan, Anna moves in with her eldest daughter, Jessica. But the new living arrangement tests their already strained relationship. Shadowed by unresolved tensions, Jessica, Anna, and matriarch Mama Melda must learn to share a home, their heartbreak, and, once and for all, the haunting family secrets that have kept them apart. So it's 3 generations, and they've dealt, or they're going through the same things, or have, the same issues, and they're trying to deal with it in their own way. It was so, so good. So I need to pick this up as like a trophy, and I'll probably read it again. I'll probably reread this again because I just liked it so much. And I love that it has some recipes in the back too, which I love, and I'll probably try. Anyways, and then this one I don't have. I've been looking for it, but every time I see it at like the used bookstores, it's like real ratty. And this one is Between Sisters by Kristen Hanna. And so this one was $7. I'm gonna tell you the prices too. This one was $6. And anything by Kristen Hanna I'm gonna pick up because I'm trying to collect all her stuff. You never go wrong with it. I'm not gonna read the back because either way it's gonna be a tearjerker. And then this one really caught me by surprise. I was just browsing and the spine caught me, and it's called 50 Words for Rain by Asha Lemme. I believe that's how you say it. This one was $7. So I was like, let me see what this is about. I've never heard about this author. She's a beautiful Black woman. And so this is the book. And this says, like, when I read the back, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I need that. And so it says, such is 8-year-old Noriko, or Nori Kamisa's first lesson. She will not question why her mother abandoned her with only these final words. She will not fight her confinement to the attic of her grandparents' imperial estate, and she will not resist the scalding chemical baths she receives daily to lighten her skin. The child of a married Japanese aristocrat and her African-American GI lover, Nori is an outsider from birth. Her grandparents take her in only to conceal her, fearful of a stain on the royal pedigree that they are desperate to uphold in changing Japan. So she's being raised in Japan, and it's like, because she doesn't look like everyone else, they're trying to keep her hidden. Obedient to a fault, Nori accepts her solitary life. Everything. So when I read that, I was like, wow. Like, I've never heard anyone talk about this book, and it just sounds so good. Like, this might have to be part of my summer TBR. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, I went to that store because since I do the ambassador work for them, and I believe like my term is coming up soon, every month they've been giving us like little trinkets and stuff here and there and bookmarks and all that stuff. But they usually like give, or they have, the lady that I talked to or email with, she says that every month they give their employees like access to these bookshelves in the back that they can just pick books from. I don't know if it's every month or whatever they want to, but they have access to free books. And I was like, okay, sign me up. I want to work there. But yes. So she says that they wanted to treat the ambassadors that are on the team right now as employees. And so she said, you can pick out some titles, or do you have any on your wish list that we may have? And so I gave her some names, but they didn't have those. So she sent me pictures of the bookshelves, and I went and picked up the books that I was just like, you know, even if it's just one book, like it's a free book, period. Little did I know. She gave me four books. I was like, okay, like, first of all, 2 of them are hardcover. So, you know, that is some coin. Anyways, Tina, stop. So this one, I feel like it just came out because I've been hearing people talk about it and how beautiful of a story it is. And this is called This Book Made Me Think of You by Libby Page. Just the book alone, the cover is stunning. Like, I just want to sit this up in my book room just to look at. Like, this is a brand new book. Like, what? Thank you. Thank you, Schuler Books. So this one is talking about, it says, when Tilly Nightingale receives a call telling her there's a birthday gift from her husband waiting for her at her local bookshop, it cannot come as more of a shock. Partly because she cannot remember the last time she read a book for pleasure, but mainly because Joe died 6 months ago. That's all I need. Okay, first of all, now that I'm thinking about it, why are there a few books in here talking about death of husbands? Like, huh? Okay. But anyways, that's all I'm going to read because I want to like go in blind. I've just heard people saying how beautiful of a book this is and how touching it is. So this might have to be on my summer TBR as well. Who knows? Okay, this one is just a little banged up, but I'm just going to put some tape behind it and call it a day. And I've heard great things about this one as well. I believe this is like a second book of a interconnected. It may not even be a series. I don't know, because I've just heard people saying it's a good book. And this one is Heart the Lover by Lily King. I believe the other one is Writers to Lovers. Writers and Lovers. That's the other book. But I was like, oh, it's a free book. The only thing is, like, this is just like a little ripped, but I'm just gonna tape it and call it a day. Whatever. I'm not, beggars can't be choosers, okay? Now this one was a book that I was promoting for the bookstore. I didn't get to go to the event to see this author, but it's just a cute little cozy mystery, I believe, and it's called A Cute Little Murder by Molly Harper. And I was like, okay, like, it only makes sense that I have this on my shelf because I do have another book by an author that I was promoting, and I was like, even if I don't go to these events, I want to at least support the author. And so I'm glad I got this one. I'm not gonna read the back. It just says, like, the short little synopsis says, she used to be the sidekick, now she might be the only one who survives. So and last but not least, this is my very first book by this author, and don't get mad. I know, I'm probably the last person. Like, Tina, you have so many books, why don't you have one by this author? Well, see, what happened was, I don't really have a lot of books by male authors. I don't. Like, Riley Sager is like, I don't know if he's like the only one, but King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby. I've heard nothing. I mean, nothing but great things about this author. I just have not picked up any of his books. So, to get it for free, I'm definitely going to read it, first of all. And if it catches me, best believe I will be getting more. But, like I said, anybody and everybody that has read his books have said great things about it. So, it's being added to the shelf. Anyways, here are all the books that I've gotten in the last 2 weeks. Tina, no more buying books, okay? No more. Like, you've done the most. With that being said, I'm putting myself on a book buying ban till November. Keep me accountable. Check in, let me know, or like ask me, Tina, have you bought a book lately? I'm not gonna buy a book unless someone buys it for me or gives it to me. Like, I'm not gonna buy any books until November. I can't. Like, my shelves will fall. With all that being said, remember that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Talk to you later. Bye.